Honeymoon with My Mother is a lot of fun. This film is also called Amor de madre. This was released in 2022. And for the most part, this is a comedy. In fact, it's a very funny film. But it also takes a serious turn at some point as it looks at marriages that have lasted for many, many years and how you may not actually be as happy in your marriage as you think you are. But ultimately, it's a comedy. It's actually a Spanish language film released English dubbed on Netflix. And for anybody who isn't comfortable with dubbing, who finds it clunky, I will say that dubbing is something that you forget very, very quickly. And only when they mention their names, because of course they have Spanish names, do you kind of remember that it's been dubbed and you remember that this is a Spanish language film. So that's not something that would cause any problems if you do sometimes find dubbing to be a bit awkward. As I said, this was released this year in 2022, directed by Paco Caballero, and I apologise if I mispronounce that or any other names in this discussion. And as you can imagine from the title, this is about a young man who ends up going on his honeymoon with his mother. In the opening scene, he is stood up at the altar by his wife-to-be, and because he can't get a refund on this all-inclusive, very expensive honeymoon, his mother decides that they should just go together. And she wants to go with him because she thinks he needs to get away from everything, get some sun, spend some time thinking about things, but also she needs to get away from her mundane everyday life. And we learn pretty quickly that she never actually had a honeymoon when she married, her husband. And I have to say, this character of the mother, I absolutely love. I think she is fabulous. She is the life of the party. She is charismatic. She is a little outspoken. And for me, the comedy basically comes from her. I think she is wonderful. Unfortunately, I don't know who did the voice dubbing for her in English, but the vocal performance is great. It matches the actors' mannerisms and actions. Across the board, that is the case. I feel like it's been dubbed very, very successfully. And I think she's a wonderful character, and she does provide some more heartfelt insight as the narrative progresses, and it does take a serious turn now and then, but it never really loses the comedic aspect of it. It manages to be serious without detracting from just what is generally a really enjoyable film. The comedy is very good, it hits the mark all of the time, but most of the time. I won't say it's perfect. What else makes this gorgeous is that it's visually absolutely stunning. It is filmed on a Mauritius island and it is visually beautiful. The sea is turquoise, the sands are golden, the skies are bright blue. It is stunning. It will make you want to go away on holiday. And for an hour and actually nearly 2 hours, it's actually quite a long film for a comedy. You will feel like you are there, you're at the beach, you have escaped your troubles for just a couple of hours. And it's fun, it's mostly light-hearted, light entertainment, but it might make you think about your lot in life and how you treat your spouse. Certainly, if you've been married or in a relationship for a long time, have things become stale? Do you need to mix things up a little bit? It will certainly make you think about things. But ultimately, it's a lot of fun. This is one of those films where I saw the trailer on Netflix and instantly knew it had high potential, and I truly adored it. It's well acted, well dubbed, visually stunning, very well filmed, very well directed, very well written, very funny, comedic entertainment. I absolutely adored it. Carmen Machi, again, I apologise, as Mari, the mother. I love her so much. She's absolutely fabulous. And of course, because it's about a honeymoon with the mother, it was important that that character worked well, and she really does. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. It's one of the funniest films I've seen this year. Granted, I haven't seen that many good comedies this year. I've seen a couple, but generally I feel like this year's been lacking. Certainly on Netflix, not that much has been released that's very good, but Amor de madre, or Honeymoon with My Mother, as it's called on Netflix in English, is absolutely splendid. If you're looking for a fun comedy that has a slightly serious undertone to it, this is definitely one that you're going to want to check out.